So my experience with NBI was pretty good, and my experience with Philhealth was pretty good. I'll outline some of the details here because there were one or two little bumps in the road. Basically, you're told that you can complete everything online. However, once you complete everything online, you either have to go somewhere to then pay for it, and or go somewhere to appear and present ID in order to pick up the documentation that you're applying for. So applying for it online does not mean that you don't have to schedule somewhere and go for it, and you probably have a couple of days, at least 3 days in my case, downtime between when you apply for your NBI clearance and when you go pick it up. So live and learn. They have payment options online, but most of the payment options just provide you a reference number for you to go somewhere like BDO, which is where I'm going today, to pay for the application fee. Now, I suppose in some ways that is convenient. It means you don't have to fall in line to pay for your application during your appointment at NBI, but technically you don't really have the option to pay online either. So a little interesting. Alright, so that only took about 20 minutes at the BDO. Paid for it, got the receipt. It's got to be a stamped receipt. We're setting up the pavilions for the Filipino chariot race. Looking forward to that. Going back to NBI today. Taking the ferry again because it rocked the last time. So we'll see how it goes. Back in this pedicab thing because I walked about 8 kilometers yesterday, and I think I'm going to walk back again today. So I'm taking a break this morning. Alright, so I came down to NBI again. It's Friday morning and it's pretty packed here today, but the releasing area literally took 90 seconds, and they gave me my NBI, Department of Justice, Republic of the Philippines, personal copy clearance. So really, actually, fine experience here. I thought it would take like all day and 2 or 3 days and a week in between, but really, all in all, it was a great experience, and it was only 3 days for them to release the paperwork. So NBI, excellent job. Thank you so much. The NBI clearance spot is really just a couple of blocks from the museums and Rizal Park. I apparently have a companion today.
You see my face like this time.
Whose king
Look like
is Jeremiah,
crazy.
and is trying to tell me that the devils and the demons are charging 5 pesos for comfort room, and that's not kosher apparently here. So welcome to Rizal Park.
What is your name?
Well, that was interesting. Certainly wouldn't have had that experience if I had decided to take a taxi or one of those pedicabs back to Escolta station. But I had a good experience walking the other day, and despite having walked like 8 kilometers yesterday, I'm still feeling pretty good for a walk today. And of course, I love the sunshine here in the Philippines, and I want to find that vendor that was selling the fried camote, because that was friggin' delicious. Alright, mission accomplished. Found the camote guy. Figured I'd get some pineapple juice while I was at it. One of the things I loved about growing up in the city of Philadelphia was fountains. Tons of fountains there, and you can play in them. splashing them, sitting them. It's something that doesn't seem to be encouraged here in Manila. The water doesn't look clean, and there's like weird pipes and all kinds of crap on the bottom. So no fountain splashing today. It's not always more fun in the Philippines. Pylons they're building for the new skyway. February and January are probably the best months to be in the Philippines. There's like a constant, strong breeze that borders on cool. I say bordering because it's never really cool here, at least in the NCR, the National Capital Region. February, obviously moving into March, it starts to get a little hotter. March is like summertime. See that friggin' sun is starting to blaze already, but man, it feels great. Really can't beat it. It's vanilla, baby. You can see that super bright moon hanging up over the city there as the sun goes down. You don't get a sense of how close that massive urban sprawl is from looking at the video here. There are a lot of places to get a good shawarma here in Poblacion Makati, but hands down the best spot is this Lebanese food joint, Yalla Yalla, behind me on Don Pedro Street. Not only is it super delicious, it's probably the best priced shawarma in Poblacion. You gotta try it. Oh, and their eggplant dip is to die for. Also on Don Pedro Street, this Este Cafe, they do a special Monday through Thursday, 6 to 10 p.m. All you can drink shots like tequila or vodka or gin and tonic even for 1,000 pesos, 4 hours. That's a heck of a deal. And it's right next to Z Hostel, across from the Pure Vida Reggae Lounge, or the Costa Rican Reggae Lounge. I'm walking up back through some of the back streets here in Barangay Poblacion Makati. I'm on my way up to Jupiter Avenue, which is off of Makati Avenue, walking distance from that central A.Venue Poblacion area. And I'm going to the Philhealth offices today, which is part of the requirements for the work visa documentation. Now, you're supposed to be able to do everything online, but once you submit everything online, they basically tell you, they only give you a PIN. They do not give you access to your account. You then have to appear in person at a Philhealth location to apply for your, I guess, your membership card, your identity card, and the password that allows you to get into the account that you registered for online. So I guess it's a little backwards, but I guess that's their way of making sure that you are who you say you are. Alright, 20th in the queue. Glad I brought a book to read. That was pretty painless. Hit the Philhealth office, filled out a little form, waited for maybe 20 minutes, showed my ID. They printed out two documents for me. One was my piece of paper that I know that they've been requesting for my requirements, and the second was like an ID card. So I guess I'm good to go with Philhealth. Here at the corner of Jupiter and Saturn Avenue, and Jupiter is right off of Makati Avenue, right up at Poblacion there, a walking distance from here. It's this Corner Tree Cafe. I noticed it because it was on the Google Maps, and as I walked by, it's a vegetarian restaurant, so that's always a plus. These guys are on TripAdvisor and on Big Dish, which is that app that gives you discounts if you register online for your reservation. The Don't see many of these in the Philippines. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more. It's Manila, baby.